The tall blue-skinned woman walked through the crowded space station, her eyes scanning the many different alien species around her. Maya was on a mission. Her commanders had sent her to observe the newest species to join the galactic community, humans. They were small pink creatures with only 2 arms and strange fur on their heads. The Zeltani Empire had conquered 20 star systems and countless species in their 10,000-year history. They planned to add Earth to their collection. Maya stood 7 feet tall. Her blue skin had a slight glow in the dim lights of the station. Her 4-fingered hands were strong enough to bend metal. Her people were warriors and scientists. She had been chosen for this mission because of her skill. At gathering information, she had helped conquer 3 worlds before. She had never failed. The human section of the station was loud and colorful. Unlike the clean, ordered sections of other species, humans played strange music and talked all at once. They touched each other frequently. They laughed, they argued, they showed emotions openly. All of this was forbidden in Zeltani culture. Maya entered a place humans called a bar. It smelled of strange drinks and food. She sat in a corner watching a human male approached her table. He was small, only 5.5 feet tall. His skin was tan. His eyes were green like the forests on her homeworld. "Mind if I join you?" he asked. His voice was deep. For such a small creature. Maya nodded. She was here to study humans after all. "You may sit." Sam," he said. Extending his hand, Maya knew this was a human greeting ritual. She carefully took his hand, aware that her strength could crush his bones. "I am Maya," she said, using her cover name. Her true name was a series of clicks and light patterns impossible for humans to pronounce. "First time meeting a human?" Sam asked. His eyes studied her with curiosity, not fear. This was unusual. Most species feared the Zeltani. "Yes," she answered. "Your kind is new to the stars." Sam laughed. "Yeah, we're the new kids on the block, still figuring everything out, but we're quick learners." This was true. Humans had advanced from simple flight to space travel in less than 100 years. It had taken the Zeltani 500 years to do the same. This was one reason her commanders were concerned. "What brings you to this station?" Maya asked. "Gathering information. I'm a mechanic," Sam said. "I fix things, ships mostly. I'm good with my hands." He smiled, showing white teeth. "What about you?" "I am a cultural observer," Maya said, repeating her cover story. "My people wish to understand other species." "Well, we're an open book," Sam replied. "Ask me anything." Maya did not understand this expression, but she continued. "Why do humans show emotions so freely? Is this not dangerous?" Sam looked surprised. "Dangerous how?" "It reveals weakness." Maya said, "In Zeltani culture, we hide all feelings. It is more efficient." Sam thought about this. Maybe, but it's also exhausting and lonely. Don't your people ever just want to laugh or cry or fall in love? The concept of love was strange to Maya. Zeltani mated for genetic purposes only. Emotions were not involved. Love is inefficient. Sam laughed again. "The best. Things usually are." Over the next weeks, Maya met with Sam regularly. She told herself it was for her mission, but she found herself looking forward to their meetings. She learned about human music and art concepts that had no place in Zeltani culture. She learned that humans valued something called freedom above all else. The idea that individuals could make their own choices was foreign to her. All Zeltani served the Empire. Their paths were chosen at birth. One evening, Sam took her to a human gathering. There was music and dancing. Maya watched as humans moved together, laughing. "Come on." Sam held out his hand. "Dance with me." "I do not know how." Maya said, "Neither do I." Sam grinned. "That's what makes it fun. Just move. However feels right." This made no sense to Maya. Nothing in her training had prepared her for this, but she found herself taking his hand, allowing him to lead her to the dance area. They moved awkwardly together, Sam laughing when they bumped into each other. For the first time in her life, Maya felt something new, something warm in her chest, something dangerous. Her communicator beeped. The commander wanted a report. She stepped away from Sam. Report status. The cold voice of Commander Zex demanded. The humans are primitive, Maya said automatically. Their technology is basic, their physical strength is minimal. Yet our scans show anomalies. Zex replied. Their brains show unusual activity. Their social structures are chaotic but effective. Explain, Maya looked at Sam. Dancing with others. His movements free and joyful. They are unpredictable. Their thinking is not linear. They value something called creativity. This requires further study, Zex said. We are sending a science vessel. Prepare the human named Sam. For extraction, his brain will be studied. Maya felt cold fear. Is that necessary? He is just a mechanic. You question orders. Zex's voice was dangerous. Perhaps you have been compromised. Report to decontamination upon return. Decontamination meant mind-wiping. Maya would lose all her memories, her identity, everything. Yes, Commander, she said automatically. But for the first time she considered not following orders. When she returned, Sam noticed something was wrong. Hey, you okay? You look like you've seen a ghost. Maya did not understand this expression, but she understood concern. Sam was worried about her. Another new experience. I am fine, she lied. Another new experience. Zeltani did not lie to each other. The Empire knew all thoughts. No, you're not. Sam touched her arm gently. Talk to me. The words came out before she could stop them. My people are coming. They want to study humans. They want to study you. They will take your brain apart while you are still alive. Sam's face paled. What wait your people? Who are you really? I am Zeltani. Maya said, we conquer, we collect species, we rule, we have come for Earth. She expected fear, anger, but Sam surprised her again. How long? He asked, his voice calm. 3 days. The science vessel. Arrives in 3 days. Sam nodded. Then we have work to do. Maya was confused. I have betrayed my people. I have betrayed you. Sam took her hands. You warned me. That's not betrayal. That's choice. And choice is what makes us human. Or in your case, what makes you different from other Zeltani. The Empire will find me, Maya said. They will find you. The Zeltani control this sector. Not all of it, Sam said. There are places, the resistance, the free worlds. These are myths, Maya said. Stories, told by conquered species, Sam smiled. Sometimes myths are based in truth. Come with me. He led her through back corridors of the station to a small cargo area. There she saw something impossible, a ship with no markings. Its design was like nothing she had ever seen. Some of us have been preparing, Sam said. Your empire isn't the only power out here. They just want everyone to think they are. You knew. Maya realized. You knew what I was. Sam nodded. Not at first, but I figured it out. Your questions were too specific. You were gathering military intelligence, but then something changed. You started asking about music, about dreams, about feelings. I did not understand, Maya admitted. My people do not have these things. Everyone has feelings. Sam said, your empire just teaches you to bury them, but you're different, Maya. You questioned, you wondered, you danced. Maya looked at the strange ship. Where would we go? Somewhere safe. Sam said, but I need to warn Earth first. The resistance has to prepare. Maya made a decision that would change everything. She reached into her pocket and pulled out a small crystal. This contains Zeltani battle plans, defensive codes, fleet positions, everything. Sam stared at her. How did you get this? I'm a high-level operative, Maya said. I have access. My commanders trust me, or they did. This could save millions of lives, Sam said. It could destroy the Empire. Maya added. Sam studied her face. And how do you feel about that? Another new question. No one had ever asked a Zeltani about feelings before. I feel like I am waking up from a long sleep. I feel afraid. I feel alive. Sam smiled that human smile that had changed everything for her. "Welcome to freedom, it's terrifying." They boarded the ship as alarms began to sound. The station had discovered Maya's deception. Zeltani security forces would be coming. "Can you fly this thing?" Maya asked. "No," Sam admitted, "but I can fix it. That's why we need you." Maya took the controls. The ship was strange, but she adapted quickly. As they prepared to launch, a message came through. Her commander's face appeared on the screen. "Traitor," he hissed. "You betray your species for these primitives. You will be hunted. You will be found." Maya looked at Sam as he worked on the ship's systems, his small frame somehow seeming stronger than any Zeltani warrior. "They underestimate humans," she said. "Everyone does." Sam replied with a grin. "It's our secret weapon." As they jumped to hyperspace, Maya felt something new: hope. The Zeltani believed themselves invincible. They had never faced a species like humans before. They had never understood the power of choice. And they had never imagined one of their own would choose a different path. The stars streaked past as they headed toward the unknown. Maya had lived for 200 years following orders, never questioning. Now in just a few weeks, everything had changed. She looked at Sam and felt that strange, warm feeling again. Perhaps inefficiency had its advantages after all. The small ship raced through hyperspace, carrying Maya and Sam away from Zeltani-controlled territory. Maya had never been a fugitive before. She had always been the hunter, never the hunted. The feeling was uncomfortable, yet strangely exciting. "Where are we going?" she asked Sam as he studied star charts on the ship's computer. "A place called Sanctuary." Sam replied, "It's a hidden outpost run by the Resistance. They can get a message to Earth, warn them about the invasion." Maya looked at the unfamiliar stars. "I did not know such places existed. The Empire teaches us that all space is under their control." Sam smiled. "Your Empire lies a lot. Actually, there are dozens of free systems, hidden worlds, species that refuse to bow to the Zeltani. Some have been fighting back for centuries." This was shocking information. Maya had been taught that the Empire was eternal, undefeated. Their history spoke only of victories, never losses. How is this possible? Information control. Sam said simply, "If you never hear about defeats, you think you're unbeatable. Clever, really." Maya thought about her training. The endless lessons about Zeltani superiority, the strict discipline, the punishment for questioning. "My entire life has been a lie." Sam touched her arm gently. "Not a lie, just a carefully edited version of the truth. The question is, what will you do with the real truth now that you have it?" Before she could answer, alarms sounded. A ship was following them. A Zeltani hunter vessel, one of the fastest in the fleet. "They found us," Maya said. "How?" Sam looked at the scanner. "Tracking device, maybe on you, maybe on the ship." Maya immediately began checking her uniform, her equipment. She found it a small disc embedded in her identification badge. Standard. Procedure for all field agents. She had forgotten. She crushed it in her hand, but it was too late. "They will board us," she said. "Hunter vessels are designed to capture, not destroy." Sam moved quickly to a storage compartment, pulling out weapons. "Then, we'll have to fight." Maya took the weapon he offered, a simple projectile gun. Nothing like the energy weapons of her people. "This will not stop Zeltani armor." "Aim for the joints," Sam said, checking his own weapon. "Under the arms, behind the knees. Every armor has weak points." Maya was surprised again. This human knew about Zeltani battlesuits. "You have fought my people before." "Not me personally," Sam admitted. "But the Resistance has. They share information tactics. That's another advantage. We have. The Empire doesn't believe in sharing. They hoard knowledge, we spread it." The hunter vessel was gaining. Their small ship could not outrun it. Maya made a decision. There is another way. She moved to the navigation console. "If I can access the right coordinates." Sam watched as her fingers flew over the controls. "What are you doing?" "The Empire has hidden outposts throughout neutral space, automated bases, No crews, just supplies, emergency equipment. She found what she was looking for. Here we can hide. Sam looked doubtful. Won't they check their own bases? Eventually, Maya agreed. But not immediately. They will assume we are running to your resistance. We can use the base to send your warning, then escape in a different direction, Sam nodded. Smart, very smart. Maya changed course, heading for a small moon orbiting a gas giant. The hunter vessel followed, closing the gap. Sam prepared the weapons. Maya prepared herself. The Empire would consider her actions. Treason, the punishment, was not death. Death was too simple, too quick. Traitors were kept alive for decades as research subjects, their minds intact but their bodies used for experiments. The small ship dove toward the moon's surface. A barren, rocky landscape. No atmosphere. The perfect place to hide a secret base. Maya transmitted codes, ancient security clearances she had memorized years ago. A section of the surface slid open, revealing a hangar. Will those codes still work? Sam asked. We will find out, Maya replied. Guiding the ship inside, the surface closed above them, just in time. The hunter vessel roared overhead, searching. They landed in the empty hangar. The base powered up automatically, lights coming on, systems activating. Maya checked the scanners. The hunter is still searching, but the base is shielded. They cannot detect us inside. Sam looked around the sterile facility. How long can we stay? Not long, Maya said. Hours maybe. They will send ground troops to search. Then let's work fast. Sam moved toward the communication array. Can we send a message from here? Maya hesitated. The base would record all transmissions. The Empire would know exactly what they sent and where they sent it, but there was no choice. Yes, the system is old but functional, Sam began typing a message to Earth, detailed information about the coming invasion. Fleet sizes, weapon capabilities, tactical weaknesses. He added the data from Maya's crystal. This should give them a fighting chance. Maya watched him work his fingers, moving quickly. His face intense. She had never seen such determination in a Zeltani. The Empire taught obedience, not initiative. Her people followed orders. Sam created his own path. What will your people do with this information? She asked. Sam looked up. Everything they can prepare. Evacuate the vulnerable, build defenses, organize allies. Humans are very good at facing impossible odds. It's kind of our specialty. The Empire has conquered hundreds of worlds, Maya reminded him. Your planet stands, though, alone. Sam smiled. For now. But after this message, Earth won't be alone anymore. You've given us something no one else has: inside knowledge, and humans are very good at using every advantage. The message was sent encrypted and bounced through various relays to hide its origin. But Maya knew it was only a matter of time before the Empire traced it. She checked the scanners again. The hunter vessel had landed. Troops would be searching the moon's surface. We need to leave, she said. There is a maintenance tunnel. It will take us to an emergency exit on the far side of the base. Sam gathered supplies. What about the ship? We must abandon it, Maya said. They can track it now. We will take a rover from the base. They moved through the silent facility, Maya leading the way through corridors she'd never seen but had memorized in training. The layout of all Imperial facilities was standardized. Their footsteps echoed in the empty halls. Why no guards? Sam asked. Efficiency, Maya explained. Automated. Bases require no food, no rest, no payment. Perfect Zeltani logic. And perfect for us, Sam added. They reached the vehicle bay, a row of small rovers designed for surface exploration. Maya activated one, checking its systems. This will get us to the next outpost 100 miles north. From there we can steal a proper ship. Sam looked at her with newfound respect. You know you're pretty good at this rebel thing for a beginner. Maya felt a strange warmth in her face. She recognized it as embarrassment, another new emotion. I was trained to think tactically. The skills are the same. Only the goal has changed. As they prepared to leave, Maya heard something. A faint sound from the corridor behind them. Footsteps. The hunters had found the base faster than expected. We must go now, she whispered. The rover bay door opened to the moon's surface. They could see the stars above them, the gas giant rising huge and colorful. But between them and escape stood 3 Zeltani warriors, their armor gleaming, their weapons raised. Maya recognized their leader, Commander Zex, her former superior. Her 4 eyes narrowed when she saw Maya. "Traitor," she hissed. "The human has corrupted you." Sam raised his weapon, but Maya knew they were outmatched. The hunters' weapons could vaporize them both with a single shot. "The human did not corrupt me," Maya said, standing tall. "He showed me the truth. The Empire lies to its own people. Your perfect order is built on deception. Truth is irrelevant," Zex replied. "Order is all that matters. Your emotions betray weakness. The human taint must be purged from your mind." Maya felt Sam's hand touch hers briefly. A silent communication. She understood his eyes flick toward the ceiling. Above the hunters' heads, pressure, tanks for the airlocks. She raised her weapon not at the Zeltani but at the tanks and fired. The explosion was immediate. The tanks burst air rushing out in the moons. Low gravity. The hunters scrambled for balance. Momentarily distracted, Maya pulled Sam toward the rover. They leapt inside as she activated the engines. The small vehicle shot forward past the disoriented hunters and out onto the moon's surface. "They will follow," Maya said, accelerating the rover to maximum speed. "But we have a head start," Sam replied. "And sometimes that's all you need." They raced across the barren landscape, the rover bouncing over craters and rocks. Behind them, the hunter vessel rose into the sky. Searching, Maya steered them toward a range of mountains where the scanners would have difficulty finding them. "What will happen when we reach your resistance?" she asked. "Will they accept me?" Sam was quiet for a moment. "It won't be easy. Some have lost families to the Empire. But you've proven yourself. Your information will save lives. That counts for a lot." Maya had never considered such a future, living among those who had every reason to hate her kind. But what choice did she have? The Empire would never stop hunting her. "And you?" she asked. "What will you do?" Sam smiled, that strange human smile that had come to mean so much to her. "Stay with you. Someone needs to teach you about music and dancing and all those inefficient things that make life worth living." For the first time since leaving the station, Maya felt something like peace. The path ahead was uncertain, dangerous, but somehow having this small human beside her made it seem possible. They would reach Sanctuary. The Resistance would hear their story. Earth would prepare. And perhaps someday the Empire would learn that some things were worth more than perfect order. 3 days of hiding in the mountain caves had left them both exhausted. The rover was running low on power. The hunters had not given up. Their ships made regular sweeps across the moon's surface, each time coming closer to discovering their location. "We can't stay here much longer," Sam said, checking their dwindling supplies. Maya nodded. "There is an emergency transmitter in the rover. We could signal for help and bring the hunters right to us," Sam pointed out. "Not if we set it up elsewhere," Maya explained. "We could program it to activate after we have gone create a false trail." Sam smiled. "Clever, I like it. But who would we signal? The Resistance doesn't exactly advertise its communication frequencies." Maya hesitated, then decided to trust him completely. "There are others who oppose the Empire. A species called the Vorlan. They were one of the first the Empire tried to conquer. They fought back. They lost their homeworld, but some escaped. They have ships hidden throughout this sector." Sam looked surprised. "You never mentioned them before." "The Empire forbids even speaking their name," Maya explained. "They are considered the greatest failure in Imperial history. Most Zeltani believe they were completely destroyed. But some of us, those in intelligence, we know the truth. The Vorlan still fight a shadow war against the Empire." "And you think they'd help us?" Maya wasn't sure. "The enemy of my enemy, perhaps, but they hate all Zeltani. They have reason to. Sam thought for a moment. We don't have many options. Do you know how to contact them? Maya moved to the rover controls. There are frequencies, the Empire monitors them constantly, but with the right encryption, the right old codes. Her fingers moved across the panel, sending a simple message in an ancient Vorlon dialect she had studied during her intelligence training. What did you say? Sam asked. I told them a Zeltani wishes to defect with information about Earth, with proof of Imperial lies. Will they believe you? Probably not, Maya admitted. But curiosity may bring them that and the chance to capture a Zeltani intelligence officer. Sam checked their weapons. So we might be trading one enemy for another. The Vorlon will at least listen before they kill us. Maya said the Empire will not. They waited through another day. The transmitter hidden on a ridge far from their cave. Sam slept while Maya kept watch. Her Zeltani physiology required less rest. She watched him studying his face in repose. The strange, flat features so different from her own. The fur on his head she now knew was called hair. The fragile-looking body that somehow contained such determination, such courage. She had never observed another being so closely before. The Empire discouraged. Personal attachments. They were inefficient, they clouded judgment. Yet here she was protecting this human willing to risk everything for him. When had that happened? How the rover's scanner beeped softly. A ship was approaching, but not a Zeltani design. This was smaller, more elegant. The ship landed silently near where they had placed the transmitter. Maya woke Sam. They came, she whispered. They watched from the cave entrance as figures emerged from the ship. Tall, slender beings with pale silver skin and large eyes. They moved with a fluid grace, examining the transmitter. Vorlon, Sam asked. Maya nodded. We should approach carefully. Their weapons can stop a Zeltani warrior's heart from beating. Friendly bunch, Sam muttered. They moved slowly. From the cave, Maya with her hands visible empty of weapons. The Vorlon spotted them immediately, weapons raised. A voice spoke in the ancient dialect Maya had used in the transmission. I speak your language, Maya called back in standard Galactic. For the human. The lead Vorlon switched to standard, a Zeltani, who considers others, how unusual approach slowly. Any sudden movements will be your last. Maya and Sam walked toward the Vorlon group. The silver beings watched them, their large eyes, unblinking. I am Maya, she said, once of the Zeltani intelligence service, now a deserter. This is Sam of Earth. The Vorlon leader studied them. We received your message. We came out of curiosity. A Zeltani traitor is rare. What information do you offer? Sam stepped forward. The Empire plans to invade Earth, my planet. They want to study us, experiment on us. This is not new, the Vorlon replied. The Empire collects species. It is what they do. But they fear humans. Maya added. They see something in them. Something dangerous. Something they cannot control. This caught the Vorlon's attention. Explain. Humans adapt quickly, Maya said. They learn, they change. They value something called creativity. The Empire believes this makes them unpredictable, a threat to order. And you? The Vorlon turned its large eyes to Maya. Why do you betray your people for this human? Maya hesitated. How could she explain what she barely understood herself? I began to question. The Empire teaches us that order is all that matters, that emotions are weakness, that obedience is strength. But watching humans, watching Sam, I saw something else. Freedom, choice, joy. Things my people have forgotten. The Vorlon was silent for a long moment. Then it made a sound Maya recognized as laughter, though she had never heard a Vorlon laugh before. How interesting. The Empire fears humans because they might corrupt order. And here you stand, proof that their fears are justified. Sam stepped closer to Maya. Will you help us? The hunters will find us soon. The Vorlon gestured to its ship. We will take you to our outpost. The council will want to hear your story and see what information you bring. Maya produced the data crystal, battle plans, fleet positions, defensive codes. Everything. The Empire did not want Earth to know. The Vorlan took the crystal. This alone is worth your lives. Come, the hunters approach. They boarded the Vorlan vessel. It was beautiful inside curved walls that seemed to glow from within consoles that responded to touch thoughts. The ship lifted silently, just as the Zeltani hunter vessel appeared on the horizon. They will pursue, Maya warned. The Vorlan pilot made another laughing sound. Let them try. The ship accelerated smoothly, the stars stretching as they entered hyperspace, but not the hyperspace Maya knew. This was different. The colors were wrong. The sensation was strange. What is this? She asked. Not standard hyperspace. The paths between, the Vorlan explained, ways the Empire has not discovered, ways they cannot follow. Sam looked out the view screen in wonder. Your technology. You could fight the Empire. We do, the Vorlan said, but not directly. Not yet. We gather allies. We prepare. We wait for the right moment. The Empire believes itself eternal, but all empires fall eventually. They traveled for hours through the strange hyperspace, finally emerging near a small red dwarf star. Orbiting it was what appeared to be an asteroid, but as they approached, Maya saw it was a station carved from the rock itself, nearly invisible to sensors. Sanctuary, Sam whispered. The Vorlan ship docked inside the asteroid. Maya and Sam were led through curved corridors. They passed members of a dozen different species. Some Maya recognized. Others were unknown to her. Each looked at her with suspicion or outright hatred. She understood their worlds had been conquered, their peoples enslaved by the Empire. By her people, they were brought to a chamber where 5 Vorlan sat in a semicircle. Their silver, skin gleaming in the soft light. The deserter and the human, the center Vorlan announced. You claim the Empire fears humans, show us why. Sam stepped forward without hesitation. My people value freedom above all else. We question authority, we adapt, we change. We never give up. Even when logic says we should. Even when the odds are impossible. These qualities make us dangerous to the Empire. They can't predict what we'll do next. Many species value freedom. One Vorlan said, the Empire conquered them all, not like humans. Maya found herself speaking. I have studied hundreds of species. None learn as quickly, none adapt as well. The Empire conquers through superior technology, superior numbers. But humans, they create. They imagine possibilities that do not exist and then make them real. Sam looked at her, surprised by her defense of his people. The lead Vorlan leaned forward. You were sent to study humans. What did you learn that turned you against your own kind? Maya thought about her time with Sam. The music, the dancing, the way he questioned everything, the way he made her question. I learned that the Empire is wrong. Order is not the highest value. Freedom is. Choice is connection. The Empire teaches that emotions are weakness, but emotions give humans their strength, their determination, their will to fight even when defeat seems certain. The Vorlans conferred among themselves in their own language. Finally, the leader spoke. We have fought the Empire for 3,000 years. We have lost many battles, won few, but we have survived. We have preserved our knowledge, our culture, our freedom. We will help you. We will help Earth. Sam smiled. Thank you. Do not thank us yet. Human, the Vorlan cautioned. The war that comes will be terrible. The Empire will not stop until Earth is conquered or destroyed. Then we'll just have to win, Sam said simply. The Vorlans made their laughing sound again. Yes, we see now why the Empire fears you. Such confidence in the face of impossible odds. Maya felt something she had never experienced before. Pride. Not in the Empire, not in conquest, but in this human who stood before the most advanced species in the galaxy without fear, who believed victory was possible simply because it must be. They were given quarters on the asteroid station. A simple room with 2 sleeping platforms. Sam immediately began exploring, touching the strange surfaces, examining the alien technology. His curiosity was boundless. Another human trait the Empire feared. Maya realized people who questioned, who explored, who wanted to understand rather than simply obey, were dangerous to perfect order. 1 month had passed since their arrival at the Vorlon sanctuary. The asteroid base had become a center of frantic activity. Ships from a dozen different species came and went. Representatives of worlds Maya had never heard of gathered to discuss strategy, to share information, to form alliances against the Empire. All because of the data she had stolen. All because of one human who refused to accept defeat. Sam had spent the month learning everything he could about Zeltani tactics, weaknesses, battle formations. He had trained with Vorlon weapons, mastered the basics of their technology. He adapted so quickly that even the Vorlon were impressed. Maya had helped where she could, explaining Imperial protocols, identifying vulnerabilities in Zeltani systems. The former hunter had become a teacher of weakness, but there were many who still distrusted her, who saw only her blue skin, her 4 eyes, the marks of the Empire. Some refused to speak in her presence. Others watched her constantly, waiting for betrayal. "Give them time," Sam told her one evening as they sat in their quarters. "Trust comes slowly, especially after centuries of war." Maya understood their suspicion. She would have felt the same a few months ago. The Empire will not. "Give us time, they will be preparing. The invasion fleet will launch soon." Sam nodded. "That's why we're leaving tomorrow." This was news to Maya. Leaving for where? Earth. Sam said simply, "The Vorlan Council approved it this morning. They're giving us a ship, the fastest in their fleet. We need to warn my people in person. The message we sent might not have been enough." Maya felt a strange mix of emotions. Excitement at seeing Sam's homeworld, fear of what awaited them there. The Empire will have ships watching Earth. They will detect us. Not in a Vorlan ship. Sam smiled. "Remember those strange paths through hyperspace, the ones the Empire can't track. We'll use those, get in, warn Earth, organize defenses." And then Sam touched her hand, his 5 fingers against her 4, a simple gesture that still sent warmth through her body. "And then we fight, we win, or we die trying. Your confidence is either inspiring or insane," Maya said. Sam laughed. "Probably both. That's another human trait the Empire probably can't understand." The next morning they boarded the Vorlon vessel, a sleek silver ship designed to slip through space undetected. The Vorlon had taught Sam the basics of its operation, though Maya would pilot it using her knowledge of Imperial patrol patterns. The Council of 5 came to see them off. The lead Vorlon presented Sam with weapons, energy blades that could cut through Zeltani armor, a rifle that fired pulses of destructive force. "These were forged in the first wars, against the Empire," the Vorlon said. "They have taken the lives of many Zeltani. They will serve you well." Sam accepted them with respect. "Thank you. We will put them to good use." To Maya's surprise, the Vorlon then turned to her for the deserter. "A gift as well." It handed her a small silver disc. "This contains the history of the Vorlon. The true history. Not the lies the Empire tells, the story of our resistance, our survival. Perhaps when this war is done, more of your kind will choose to know the truth." Maya took the disc with trembling hands. This was trust. A small measure perhaps, but real. "I will protect it. I will share it when the time is right." They departed the asteroid base, the Vorlon ship responding to Maya's touch, as if it were alive. They entered the strange hyperspace, the paths between normal space that the Empire could not detect. The journey to Earth would take 3 days. Sam spent the time studying, planning. Maya watched him, marveling at his focus, his determination. "What is it like?" she asked on the second day. "Your world?" Sam looked up from the tactical display he had been reviewing. "Earth, its beautiful blue oceans, green forests, mountains, deserts, cities everywhere, some clean, some dirty, some rich, some poor. Not perfect, not ordered, but alive, always changing. And your people, will they accept me? A Zeltani, the enemy. Sam was quiet for a moment. It won't be easy. Some will fear you, some will hate you, but others will listen, will learn. Some humans can be as narrow-minded as the Empire, but others will see what I see. And what do you see? Maya asked. Sam's green eyes met hers. I see someone brave enough to question everything she was taught. Someone who chose what was right over what was safe. I see someone who risked everything to warn strangers about danger. That counts for a lot with humans. Maya felt the warmth in her chest again. That strange feeling she had come to recognize as emotion, connection, something the Empire considered weakness. But that now felt like strength. On the third day they emerged from hyperspace in Earth's solar system. The blue-green planet hung before them, beautiful against the blackness of space. But they were not alone. Imperial ships. Maya pointed to the scanner at least 5 destroyers. They are in orbit around your world. Sam studied the display. They're early. The invasion wasn't supposed to start for months. They must have accelerated their plans after our escape. Maya said, they know their security was compromised. Sam checked the weapon systems. Can we get past them? Maya studied the patrol patterns. Yes, the Vorlan ship is undetectable to Imperial scanners, but landing will be difficult. They will have troops on the ground. We need to find the resistance, Sam said. My message should have reached them. They'll have prepared rally point safe zones. Maya guided the ship carefully through the Imperial blockade, the Vorlan technology making them invisible to Zeltani sensors. They entered Earth's atmosphere at night over what Sam called the Pacific Ocean, a vast body of water that would hide their approach. There. Sam pointed to a mountainous region on a continent he called North America. The coordinates I included in my message, a meeting, point for resistance forces. Maya landed the ship in a forested valley, the trees hiding them from aerial observation. As they powered down the systems, Sam prepared the weapons. Stay close to me, he said. Some humans might shoot first, ask questions. Later, when they see you. They emerged from the ship into Earth's atmosphere. Maya felt the difference immediately. The air was richer than the processed atmosphere of space stations, the gravity slightly stronger than she was used to. The sounds of living things surrounded them. Birds, insects whined in the trees, so different from the sterile silence of Imperial worlds. They had walked less than a mile when lights suddenly surrounded them. Weapons aimed at them from the darkness. Identify yourselves. A voice called Sam Wilson, mechanic from Outpost 7. Sam replied, I sent the warning about the Zeltani invasion. Figures emerged from the trees. Human soldiers, their weapons trained on Maya and the alien. She's with me, Sam said, stepping in front of her. She's the one who stole the Imperial plans, the one who betrayed her people to warn us. The humans did not lower their weapons. We have orders to capture any Zeltani for interrogation. Maya felt fear, but stood tall. She had expected this. She's not a prisoner. She's an ally. Sam's voice was firm. She knows more about Imperial tactics than anyone. You need her. A new figure stepped forward, an older human female with short gray hair and a face lined with authority. At ease, soldiers, she ordered. The weapons lowered slightly. I'm General Lisa Chen, Earth Defense Force. You're the ones who sent the data on Zeltani fleet positions. Sam nodded. Yes, ma'am, along with tactical information, defensive codes, invasion plans. The general studied Maya. Why would a Zeltani betray her own people? Maya met the human's gaze. The Empire lied to us. They told us we were bringing order, progress. But they bring only control. They experiment on those they conquer. They erase cultures' histories. I could not be part of that any longer. General Chen nodded slowly. Convenient timing, some might say. Some might. Sam agreed. But without her, Earth would already be under Imperial control. The invasion force would have arrived without warning. The general considered this. Follow me, both of you. The council needs to hear this. They were led to a cave entrance hidden behind a waterfall. Inside the mountain, humans had built a command center. Military personnel monitored screens showing Imperial ship positions. Soldiers prepared weapons, some familiar to Maya, others clearly of Vorlon design. "You've been in contact with the Vorlon," Maya observed. "Your message included communication frequencies," General Chen explained. "We've established diplomatic relations. The Vorlon have provided technology weapons, and the Tulaki." Maya asked, naming another species that had long resisted the Empire, the Drev, the Solene. General Chen looked surprised. "You know of them?" "I was Imperial intelligence," Maya reminded her. "I know of all species that oppose the Empire." They entered a chamber where a dozen humans sat around a table. Maps, tactical displays spread before them. They looked up as Maya entered, some with curiosity, some with open hostility. "The deserter," General Chen announced, "and Sam Wilson the messenger." An older man with dark skin and a commanding presence stood. "I am Admiral Jackson, Earth Defense Command. Thank you for the warning. It has given us precious time, but not enough. The Imperial forces arrived sooner than we expected. They accelerated their plans when I defected," Maya explained. "They knew their secrecy was compromised." "Can we defeat them?" a young woman asked. "With the weapons the Vorlon provided," Maya studied. The tactical displays, the Imperial positions, the Earth defenses, not directly. "No. The Empire has conquered hundreds of worlds. Their fleet is vast, their technology superior even to the Vorlon." The room fell silent, but Maya continued. "They can be delayed, confused. Their command structure is rigid. They follow protocols exactly. They cannot adapt quickly to unexpected situations. Guerrilla tactics." Admiral Jackson nodded. "Hit and run, asymmetric warfare." The Imperial dropships began landing at dawn. Just as Maya had predicted, massive vessels descending through Earth's atmosphere in perfect formation. The first wave touched down in a desert region. Sam had called Nevada flat, empty land ideal for establishing forward bases, but the Empire did not find empty land waiting. They found resistance Earth fighters hidden in the surrounding hills, opened fire the moment the dropship doors began to open. Weapons of Vorlon design cutting through Imperial armor, the Zeltani troops trained for organized resistance for conventional warfare found chaos instead. Attacks from multiple directions, hit-and-run strikes. Human soldiers who refused to stand and fight in orderly ranks, who instead melted away into the landscape only to strike again from another direction. Maya and Sam watched from the command center as reports came in, from Nevada, from similar landing zones around the planet. "First wave repelled," General Chen announced. "Imperial casualties estimated at 60%. They will adapt," Maya warned. "The second wave will come with heavier armor air support. Then we adapt too," Sam replied. For 3 days the pattern repeated. Imperial forces landing, humans striking, then disappearing. The Earth Defense Force had distributed Vorlon shields and weapons to military units worldwide, creating a global resistance. The Empire, accustomed to swift conquests, found itself bogged down, unable to establish the forward bases essential to its invasion strategy. Maya studied the orbital scans. "The command ship is changing position, moving to a higher orbit." Admiral Jackson nodded. "They're getting nervous." "Good, not good," Maya corrected. "They're preparing for orbital bombardment. When conventional invasion fails, the Empire resorts to destroying resistance from orbit." The command center fell silent. "How long do we have?" General Chen asked. "Hours," Maya replied. "They will target military installations, population centers, communication hubs." Sam checked the long-range scanners. "Any sign of our allies?" "Nothing yet." An officer replied. Maya made a decision. "We need to board that command ship." The humans stared at her. Impossible. Admiral Jackson said, "It's surrounded by destroyers protected by energy shields." "The Vorlon ship that brought us," Maya explained. "It can pass through Imperial shields. Their sensors cannot detect it." "And once aboard?" General Chen asked. What then? Imperial command ships are controlled by a central computer. Maya brought up schematics on the display. If we can access it, we can disable the weapon systems, perhaps even the engines. A suicide mission, Admiral Jackson observed. Yes, Maya agreed. But it would buy time for your people, for the Alliance. Sam stepped forward. I'll go. With her, General Chen studied them both. 2 against an Imperial command crew, hundreds of Zeltani warriors. The Empire does not expect internal attack, Maya explained. Security aboard command ships is minimal. Why guard against what you believe? Impossible. The Council debated briefly. Then Admiral Jackson nodded. Very well, you have authorization. 2 volunteers on a mission to disable the command ship. They prepared quickly. The Vorlan ship was brought from its hiding place. Weapons were loaded, schematics of Imperial vessels studied. Maya wore her old Imperial uniform complete with identification. It might get them past initial security. Sam dressed in captured Zeltani armor, modified to fit his smaller frame. General Chen met them at the launch site. If you succeed, signal immediately. We'll coordinate ground attacks to coincide with their confusion. And if we fail, Sam asked, then Earth burns. The general said simply, but not without a fight. They boarded the Vorlan vessel, Maya at the controls, Sam checking weapon systems. The small ship lifted silently into the night sky, accelerating toward the stars. The blackness of space opened before them. And there, hanging above the blue world, the Imperial fleet. The massive command ship at its center, surrounded by destroyers. Approaching Imperial security perimeter, Maya announced, activating Vorlan stealth systems. The ship slipped through the Imperial blockade, undetected, unseen. They approached the enormous command vessel, its hull stretching for miles, a city in space. The center of Imperial power in this sector. There, Maya pointed to a maintenance dock. Secondary access port engineering crews use it to make external repairs. She guided the ship carefully to the port. The Vorlan vessel attached itself to the Imperial hull. An energy field maintaining atmosphere as they cut through the outer plating, remember? Maya said as they prepared to enter. You are my prisoner. A captured human being brought. For special study, the commander will want to see you immediately. Sam adjusted the restraints on his wrists, loose enough that he could slip free when needed, just like we planned. They entered the Imperial vessel, Maya leading Sam by a chain. The corridors were wide, designed for Zeltani physiology. Maya moved with confidence, remembering her training. The layout of all Imperial vessels was standardized. Predictable. Another weakness, they passed security checkpoints. Maya showing her identification, the guards barely glancing at her. A Zeltani officer with a human prisoner. Nothing unusual. Nothing to question. The perfect order of the Empire, making it vulnerable to those who understood its patterns. They reached the central section of the ship. Maya guided them toward the command deck. But as they rounded a corner, they came face to face with Commander Zex. The commander's 4 eyes widened in recognition. Traitor, Maya reacted instantly. Throwing Sam aside as she dove for cover, Zex drew, her weapon firing energy pulses sizzling past Maya's head. She rolled, coming up with her own weapon. The Vorlan blade cutting through the air alarm sounded. Security protocols activating. Sam broke free of his restraints, pulling the Vorlan rifle from its hidden compartment in his armor. Go, he shouted to Maya. The command center, I'll hold them here. Maya hesitated. Go. Sam insisted, firing at the security forces now pouring into the corridor. This was always a one-way trip, remember? Maya ran her knowledge of Imperial ships guiding her through corridors. As behind her, she heard the sound of Sam's weapon firing, the human buying her time with his life. She pushed the thought away, focusing on the mission. The command center was ahead, 2 massive doors, guards posted outside. She approached confidently. Priority orders from Commander Zex. She told them, security breach in Section 7, the commander requires assistance. The guards hesitated, but Empire training ran deep orders. were to be obeyed without question. They moved away toward the sounds of fighting, leaving the entrance unguarded. Maya entered the command center, the nerve center of the Imperial vessel. A dozen officers at their stations. The ship's commander, a tall Zeltani with the gold markings of high rank, turned to face her. "Who authorized your entry?" he demanded. Maya drew the Vorlan blade. "The Resistance." The commander's eyes widened. "Seize her," but Maya was already moving, the blade flashing in the bright light of the command center. Officers fell untrained in personal combat, their lives of order and obedience leaving them unprepared for direct violence. Maya fought her way to the central console, the computer core that controlled the ship's systems security. Forces poured into the room, energy weapons firing. Maya took a hit to her shoulder, blue blood spilling onto the deck, but she reached the console, her fingers flying over the controls, entering override codes she had memorized years ago. Codes the Empire never changed, believing them secure. The ship shuddered, weapon systems going offline, engines powering down. The perfect machine of Imperial conquest suddenly paralyzed. The commander stared in disbelief. "What have you done?" "Given them a chance," Maya replied. Security forces surrounded her, weapons aimed at her head. She had succeeded, but there would be no escape. The mission was complete, her life forfeit. Then the ship rocked violently, alarms blaring. New voices on the communication channels. Imperial command ship. "This is Captain Ven of the Vorlan battlecruiser Retribution. Surrender or be destroyed." On the view screen, Maya saw them appearing from hyperspace. The paths between that the Empire could not track Vorlan ships, Tulaki cruisers, Drev battleships. The alliance Sam had promised. The combined fleet of species who had fought the Empire separately for centuries, now united by one human's determination, by one Zeltani's defection. The Imperial commander stared at the screen, his face showing an emotion no Zeltani was supposed to feel: fear. "This is impossible," he whispered. "No," Maya corrected him. "This is the future." The security forces around her wavered, uncertain. The command structure broken, the perfect order shattered. "Lower your weapons." A voice called from the doorway. Maya turned to see Sam, bloodied but alive. He had fought his way to the command center following her, a human who refused to give up, even when logic dictated surrender. The Imperial forces hesitated, caught between training and reality. "Look." Sam pointed to the view screen. The Alliance ships were engaging the Imperial destroyers. The perfect formation of the Zeltani fleet breaking apart under attacks from multiple directions using tactics they had never encountered. The same chaos, the same unpredictability that had confounded their ground forces now playing out in space. "The Empire is not invincible," Sam told the Zeltani officers. "It never was. You were just fighting enemies one at a time. Now you face us all together." The commander stared at the human, his worldview crumbling. "Who are you?" "Just a mechanic," Sam replied with that human smile that had changed everything for Maya. "Someone who fixes things. The galaxy needed fixing,